Are you considering dropping out of your uni course? I have done that, not once, but twice, and I am happier and more driven than I have ever been. In this video, I will help you decide whether that is the right choice for you. Hello friends, I am Cameron, and I am on a mission to help everyone maximize their experience of life. So firstly, I'm going to outline why you may be wanting to leave your university course. Then I'm going to ask you 5 questions that you should write down and ponder before making your decision. So there are a multitude of factors that could be going into why you want to leave university. This could be a lack of interest in the course, how it's affecting your mental health, you don't want to study at the moment, your interests have changed and you no longer have the same drive. You may be feeling a lack of motivation. The first time I left university, I went to university without an actual goal in mind. I just went to university because I had the grades for that course and saw that if I did that course and got the qualifications, then I would earn a decent amount of money. And turns out, not a good recipe for getting yourself through a course or enjoying life. And the second time I dropped out of university, it was a combination of factors, mainly due to a serious amount of chronic pain I was suffering from, which prevented me from being able to look forward into the future and commit to something because I was dealing with a lot in the present moment all the time. That loose idea of what I wanted in the future also meant that I didn't have the drive to keep going. The second time I was studying sports science, I did have an interest in the subject, but I didn't believe that that was where I wanted to make an impact in life. So my drive to do the subject still wasn't greater than the chronic pain I was suffering. So I would recommend writing these 5 questions that I'm about to ask down on a piece of paper so that you can write out all of your feelings on each of these subjects. It will allow you to ponder them over the next days and weeks to help you make the most informed decision that you can. So the first question that I would ask myself is, what impact do I want to make in my life? So it may not seem like it now, but time is short and this life is very brief in the grand scheme of things. So at the end of your life, what do you want to have accomplished? What do you want to have experienced? What kind of person have you become? Try and track that back to the course that you're doing now. Does this give you the trajectory that you want to have these experiences in life before you are no longer here? And what kind of lasting impact do you want to have had on the world? In what way do you want to have left your mark on other people, society, or the environment? And does the course you are doing right now provide trajectory to get to that point? So the second question I would ask myself is, what do I think about most? So what is it that you normally ponder during a day? And does what you think about most align with the course you are currently doing? Does your course foster and build that fire and curiosity about the subject you're learning? And what more have you to gain from your course than you have already gleaned? So the third question I would ask is, how is the course affecting my health? Health is wealth. If things aren't going that well, then it might point to the course being the forefront of that issue. But on the other hand, what kind of systems have you already got in place to help manage those areas of health? Are you trying any strategies to improve that, whether it's meditation, journaling, going for a walk, or exercise. So I'd advise before you make a decision, at least try a few different strategies to help you manage whatever kind of health issue you do have, so that you have a clearer picture of how the course is actually affecting your health, and whether it's not just the fact that you don't have any implemented strategies to manage that anyway. So the fourth question to ask yourself is, do I have another path in mind? Where else would I apply my time and attention to if I was not in the current university or college course at present? So have you thought about your other options that you could be exploring? Have you got a clear path in mind or a couple of options? So dropping out of uni can be a massive decision and can have quite an effect on your state of well-being. You've suddenly taken away a massive amount of what you're spending your attention on. You need to have some idea of where you're going to redirect your attention so that you don't get trapped into the mind state where you just question everything you ever do. So you want to have another idea in mind before you leave uni, because you don't want to leave and then spend all of your time contemplating what could have been, wallowing and having self-pity. For me, I was doing sports science. My path was going to be injury rehab for a team sport, but I realised that I wanted to help other people improve their lives and maximise what they do have. So I had that out of the gate so that when I did leave uni, I knew the kind of direction I was going to take. And if you do have another idea in mind of what you want to do, does that lead to a life more fully lived than the direction you're currently on? And the last question I would ask myself is, how would leaving or staying in the current course benefit me? So just write a list of all the benefits of dropping out of university and going another direction, or staying in university and continuing with your course. So ask yourself what you might miss out on if you were to leave uni and you didn't complete the course and get the accreditation that you were currently going for. So I'll write all the questions that I have asked in the comments so that you can feel free to copy them down and use them to your heart's content. I hope some of this video was of any benefit to anyone out there who is struggling with the university and is having a hard